Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode here on the J72 Gaming channel. My name is Jacob, but you can just call me Jay here. And now that Update 3 has been released to stress testing, I've noticed some people have a bit of confusion about all the new rivers in the updated Isla Spiro map. I don't blame you. I got lost a few times when playing the Dino as well, so I figured it was time to really learn the map again. So I've lived a few lives here and there as a new Pteranodon, who is such a fun dinosaur to use to explore the map, and I've spent some time learning about each river and the features around them. I wanted to share this information with you all in hopes that it is a simple and easy to understand video with some pretty sweet aerial shots to help you get an understanding of the new map's layout. Hopefully this video will help increase your enjoyment of the map and the time you spend in Evrima, as knowledge is power when trying to survive out there. So if you guys like this video and find it useful, please remember to like this video and consider subscribing for more cool dinosaur videos and much more. Each of you really helped the channel grow and fight against this nasty opponent of mine called the YouTube algorithm, so if you can help me slay this enemy of mine, I'll be truly grateful. I'm also trying out another mic I have to test the quality with you all, so let me know if you like it better than my previous videos. It will really help me out a bunch. Thanks. With all that intro stuff out of the way, let's dive into exploring this map and really getting an understanding and appreciation for its rivers. So just like my last video where I explained the general information of the map, let's get into more specifics on this one to really help you visualize and understand where you are in the map. So starting off in the western half of the map, I want you to enjoy my extremely high-budget artistic rendition of the river systems in Evrima. Here you can see where each main river system flows. Screenshot this if you'd like an easier, more direct lines of the river system. But here, I've added even more funds into the budget and got us location markers on the map. I'll go into each detail of each of these spots in the video, and this is not nearly every neat spot in the map, but these are the spots that will help you navigate around the river systems specifically. So let's focus our attention on this river here. Since we don't have official names yet for all of these rivers, I'm going to just name them based off general areas and locations in the map. Some rivers do have reasons to call them the same name, but let's call this one Central River, as it used to be called River 3 and 4. This central river is the main river in Evrima, and all other rivers flow into this one. If you want many options as a Deinosuchus, I would recommend spawning here, but do be aware that it's also likely to be the most popular spot in the map. Central River runs north to south, so let's start getting a better understanding by starting in the south and moving north. At the southern tip, just below the radio tower, is the pocket pool, which is still around from the last version of the map, which is great because I love this little spot. A really cool looking nature spot that is sometimes a quiet sanctuary. However, now because of the close spawn point of the dinos, it's become much more popular than before the update, so tread carefully here. If we travel northward, we approach the first junction in the Central River. Now, Central River has two rivers which branch off into it from the west. One originating up at the Giant Arch Falls, so no need to rename this river. It's the Arch River. You might not have known about this river if you spawned in the central spawn point for the Deinosuchus, and that's because the connection is hidden here in a cave along the river, which then leads you into this stunning waterfall cave. If you take this path up out of the cave, you are then able to reconnect with the river above the waterfall and continue your journey upriver to the giant arches themselves. This cave feature is pretty cool and adds a fun location and obstacle along the way for Dino players to interact with. However, part of me is still a bit bummed to lose the old mossy pond, but overall the waterways have been upgraded and look incredible, so I can't really complain too much. Focusing back on the Central River again, if we head north, we approach the first Y junction in the river complex. Feeding into Central River from the northwest, we have, well, what I'm going to call the North River. Original, I know. Okay, it used to be called Bampy River, but the Bampy Swamp is now gone, and in its place there's not really too many notable locations out this way to give the river a proper namesake. The river ends in a cool area called the Spiky Cliffs, so it could be called the Spiky River, but either way, this northwest river is very calm, and not as many people venture up here due to the lack of a cool location along the river. Hidden north of the river, though, are two very hidden little spots that I've touched upon in previous videos of mine, and I've gone back to film them with the Pteranodon. This here is the Jungle Gym Rock, and is easy to locate now by finding this valley just west of the northernmost mountain. If you're able to locate that, then just east around the mountain's edge of the Jungle Gym Rock is the hidden Cave Rock. Both of these places are peaceful and as far away from the river as they used to be, so not super noteworthy as far as learning the rivers, but I didn't add them in my last location video for Update 3 and I figured I'd mention them here. Plus, flying through them, it was pretty fun. So back at the Y junction of the Central River and the North River then branches east and quickly collides with two more river junctions. Between these two Y junctions, North River is very steep and basically a slope down into a canyon. It's a unique aspect of the river system where terrestrial and aquatic dinosaurs won't be mixing, unless a poor Cardinal or Utah player slips into the drink from up above. Up above on the northern bank is this neat rocky area with tons of rocks for Utahs and Pteranodons to enjoy. So while they took away our old Utah rock, they gave us like 8 more to enjoy up here. So Utah players, you're just gonna have to learn how to share with the Pteranodon players. Focusing back down here at the river junction are two rivers that I'm going to name Ocean River and Swamp River. Both of these rivers are basically the old Delta River from before, but I'm going to rename them and call them Ocean River and Swamp River to basically give you a better understanding of where each one flows into. The northeastern Ocean River will drain into the Log Ridge waterfall area, which I still think is one of the best, if not the best, Pteranodon growing grounds and flocking spot. And the southeastern swamp runs into the gigantic swamp held back by the dam. The Swamp River in particular can be pretty confusing if you are in the north and trying to head south into the swamps, as the river winds and turns a ton, which makes it pretty difficult to trust your compass when traveling into the swamps. But if you can guarantee you're on the Swamp River, try using landmarks like the Rock Temple in the east or the Radio Tower in the southwest to kind of help triangulate yourself and locate where you are. Also remember that the sun can be pretty useful based off the time of the day. The last little bit of information about the river systems has to do with the two swamps down in the southeast. That damn swamp, which the Swamp River runs into, does not actually connect with the eastern swamp. Again, since we don't know the official names, I'm just going to call them that damn swamp and the eastern swamp. But yeah, you will need to get out of the water on the eastern side of that damn swamp and cross the road. From here, you will be at the Sweet Rock feature, which, by the way, is another one of my favorite Pteranodon growth spots. So I've been personally calling it East Pteranodon Rock. This rock feature does have water around it, but a Dino player will still have to head around it to the north on land to get to the eastern swamp. The eastern swamp is really neat, and honestly is my favorite place in the map for a Dino to hang out. It's difficult to get to compared to the rest of the waterways in Evrima, so only the hardiest and strongest crocs usually survive out here. Although it could also be used as a safe haven to grow if you're lucky enough to be left alone. As far as the geography and environment of the swamp, I mean, just take a look. It's quite stunning, honestly. With a large singular rock feature in the middle of the swamp, a quiet river feeding into it from the east, and a very, very cool valley rockway section on the southern edge. This spot also has a hidden cave tucked into the corner, which I don't have footage for, but I'm going to pretend that's to let you have the enjoyment of discovering it yourself. So yeah, you're welcome. So taking a look again at the full map, I hope you can see now how everything is basically connected for a Dino player. The Central River acts as the main vein in the river complex, with Arch River and North River flowing into it from the west. The North River continues east and leads into Ocean River and Swamp River, helping connect the entire map to the ocean and the swamps of Isla Spiro. And finally, the southeastern swamps are disconnected, but close enough to easily travel to and from for every species in the game. We also have a few unfilled rivers that I'm going to assume will be added in at a later date, be that for the official release of Update 3 or perhaps later as we continue to get updates and changes to the maps. One of these is in the south, on the other side of that damn swamp, specifically on the other side of the dam, and I found another one in the far northwest near where the beach pond used to be, so perhaps this river is going to be a replacement to the water source we lost up in that area of the map? I'm not sure, but I sure hope so. Well, there we have it, everybody. I hope this video helped you out in understanding the Isla Spiro map as far as it is in beta stress test for Update 3. Now, you should be able to get everywhere you need to go and wish to be as a Dino, be it the Pocket Pool, the Giant Arch Falls, the Log Bridge by the beach, or the Hidden Cave in the Eastern Swamp, or even that damn swamp. If you learned something in this video, please consider leaving me a like and subscribing if you'd like to keep up to date with the map information on Evrima moving forward. As always, I love bringing you guys these map informational videos, as the terrain and topography in this game are a blast to explore. And now that I have the Pteranodon to show it off to you guys, it's a lot of fun soaring in skies above Isla Spiro. But anyway, that's it for me. I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, and I really do hope you learned something in this video. But until next time, later.